Hey, what's going on, guys? William Barry here, coming at you live with our first Ren reaction this year, and it's not going to be our last. For those of you that don't know, my name is Will. I run a reaction channel here on YouTube, along with like video game stuff, politic talk, just, all around opinionated asshole on the internet. I'm a writer. I'm writing a small novel that's got 4 acts into it. I'm also an AI music dude, and I generate like a lot of stuff with AI, dude. It's kind of like one of my things. Uh, you know, I, I can't tell you how many times I've lost a debate to AI. It's actually crazy. And how many times I've won. What's up? Anyway, yeah, dude. My name's Will. I got a lot of opinions about a lot of things. I am not an expert in anything, really. More of just like a layman that's existed through time. Anyway, let's get into it. We got some Ren stuff to watch. Let's have a good time. Ren typically brings the fire and the thunder. For those of you who would like to, you want to read my work, you can do so at Wattpad at Lost to God. If you'd like to hear the music that I'm releasing before I put it on YouTube, you can do so at Suno at losttogod.com. Or if you want to see my unhinged political takes, you can do that at Twitter. And all of these eventually filter their way down to here to the main channel. Anyway, let's get into it. What? So, this one's about 5 years old. Ren Penitence featuring Molly McKinna. Well, okay then.
Lately, I think I was over time in my chest, beating slower like the cloudy color of them fading out.
She has like a pretty good jazz voice, dude. I feel like she could do some good ass vocal runs, bro. Okay, let's get into it. I like this. This is more my style of music.
Out, fading out, the heavy heart I carried went over your head and over mine.
One of the things that's really hard about relationships or people in general is people aren't necessarily sure of what they want. They have an idea of what they want and they think they have an idea on how to achieve it. But typically, whenever you get someone with all they want, they find something else to want. But relationships are hard. Like, they're not meant to be easy. Like, it's two strangers learning to understand one another, two unique perspectives coming together on something. There's always going to be tension there, dude. Always. And that tension is good. That's like that human drive. What a cool way to incorporate, like, it sounds like a TV or some form of static or something. It's a cool concept because when you are going through the throes of depression or God knows what else, things just start sounding like static. Even beautiful things that can like motivate you can just start to sound like noise. That's cool. I like that.
I counted the days she left like a prisoner, etching markings on my skin with an old knife, scratching. You see, I wanted the physical to match the psychological, and yet no matter how hard I dug, I still could not match that pain. I longed for reasons, I sung with demons, I sat in a dark dusty room, barely moving, breathing. I chewed through my own umbilical cord attached to her navel. I wanted to be separate.
This is a really good song already, dude. Jesus Christ. I like it, dude. That ooh right there is, it's soothing, but like in a fucked up way, dude. I like it. The lyrics, man. Sometimes the things you love, the things that define you, they can choke you. They can stifle moments. It's rare, but even the things that you lift you up can sometimes tear you down slowly. Especially when it comes to like our personification, of right and wrong, our ego, and that constant battle with ourselves. They say that your greatest strengths often become your greatest weaknesses. Sometimes wanting to get away to breathe can be a huge thing.
Oh, I think my mind is leaking.
Okay.
Solitude is so depleting.
I did it to myself.
That's one of the worst realities, man. So many people have made poor decisions in life, and sometimes they weren't even poor decisions at the time. Sometimes they were the best decision we could make at that time, but the outcome can have negative consequences that you can never foresee. Sometimes taking some form of responsibility is a good thing, though it does feel like a dagger to the heart. It does. No one wants to blame themselves for misfortunes in their life. It's easier to point the finger and say it's that person's fault, that individual, my parents failed me, whatever. But at the end of the day, you're the only person stewarding your life. If there's something you want to do, you're the one that has to be the change. Even if something's done to you unfairly. Like there are people out there that are victims of violent crime. Terrible rapes, terrible crimes, like they get assaulted by strangers. They're rare, but they do happen. Now, you aren't responsible for what happened there, but you are responsible with how you maintain your life afterwards, which sounds fucked up, dude. Sometimes bad people do bad things.
I know that you are faithful. I did it for my health. How come I'm still unstable? I'm falling far from hell.
She's got a really soft voice. I like that. Some relationships don't break down because someone cheats or something. Sometimes people just fall inward too much, and sometimes you can't lift them out of that. Some people have to do that themselves. But trying to shoulder through someone's darkness does have a catastrophic effect on your mental health. Like, who was it? BB or whatever? Like when Rin had that girlfriend with like the song Crutch, ultimately she ended up leaving, but she wasn't wrong in leaving. It wasn't even mean to Ren. At the end of the day, we do need to help those around us, but not at the expense of who we are. And then sometimes you like, there's a show called Invincible that I really like. And though I wasn't a big fan of Amber as a character in the first 2 seasons, their breakup in the show, spoiler alert, makes sense. Like, she feels guilty for being mad that her boyfriend's not there, but she knows he's out doing really good stuff, like being a superhero and saving lives. But having that guilt, feeling that way, makes you feel terrible. Because at the end of the day, a person still needs love. No matter how much they need to help you, they need to receive that in kind, or else it takes a negative toll on them as people. We can look to various situations on our own personal life or through media or music or whatever, and we can see things that like resemble one another. No one story is identical to yours, but there are things that you can glean and pull from those stories that could be attributed to your life.
Falling far from hell. A suicidal angel has lost my wings and fell. Falling so ungraceful, vanished into hell.
I wish that I could stop crying. They say that the body is 70% water. I feel like I must have reduced mine by a considerable fraction. Newton's third theory states that for every action there must be an equal and opposite counter-reaction. And so I retrace my steps and try to find reasons in the arms of my demons, cause I can't find healing if I can't find meaning in conundrum. Leaning on my dom-nom, feelings how the news high, beaming when I hung from ceilings.
It's going to sound bad, and it's not going to sound like the advice people want. It's not going to sound deep or poetic, and it's not going to be as beautiful as the words that Ren is saying here. But you don't have to derive meaning to be happy. Though a lot of people believe that in our society, and there is some truth to those that don't have meaning typically fade away pretty quick. Sometimes just stopping and breathing and refusing to be destitute is a rebellion within itself. For so many people that listen to Ren's music, many of them are bedridden, many of them are hurt and suffering, and their very act of defiance against everything that's against them within itself is a reason to live. Though it doesn't sound deep, doesn't make you feel good, that subtle fuck you, no matter how much pain you put me through, I will be here. A quiet storm. There's beauty in that.
And my demons cause I can't find healing if I can't find meaning in conundrum. Leaning on my dom-nom, feelings how the news high, beaming when I hung from ceilings when I run from demons that are living in my head and escape fate and disapparate, evaporate, evacuate and then activate fate. But it cut the brakes, now I'm driving my universe into a lake and the weight of the world don't wait. We make mistakes when it's all a state. For goodness sake, a double take, but I don't want to eat that cake. I ruminate inside meaning to illuminate a dark mind. I communicate without speaking, and I've seen so much I went blind-eyed. Why? I live in a lie with the lion inside. Living a lie with the lion inside of my mind. It's hungry for my sanity, I live in a lie with the lion inside. Living a lie with the lion inside of my mind. It's hungry and I don't know why.
So it sounds like a sad song, but I don't know about you. This just makes me hopeful, dude. That even through everything that Ren went through, he just wants to get back to normal. You know, like that within itself is a hopeful message. I like that. I resonate with that. Because no matter what you do in life, no matter where you go, things are always going to get harder. They're going to get easier. It just depends on what you're doing and how you're doing it. But the constant drive to just move forward despite everything, even when you don't think you can, even when like the breath has left your chest, your bones ache, everything is working against you, and just getting back up anyway. That's that shit that drives all humans. I consider it akin to the same thing that gives you greed, that pursuit, that desire, that refusal to bow down, no matter how shitty the circumstance is. Hope, man.
Pressure drop, deep breath, time stops, a broken, etc. ... Pressure drop, pressure drop, pressure drop. I feel it consuming, I can't stop, ... The lines join the dots and I'm tying knots, then divide and multiply, square the root of pi, beat the puzzle. I try to keep my mind focused on the line. Hopscotch and pop rocks, I take shots of teardrops. When I drop a pill pop, I find peace and time stops.
No matter what you are, eventually time, the great fucking wood chipper of the universe, will win. You know, things that are born eventually fade. You know, we are constantly in a state of flux, thriving and striving to exist as long as we can, to put out as much as we can in the world. And we hope that what we put out there helps heal the world, or give someone some kind of insight to make their battle somewhat better. But that being said, there is no cure for entropy. It will win. The universe wins in the end. I mean, you learn that in Rick and Morty, dude. That'll let you ride it for a while, but eventually you get kicked the fuck off. All you can really do is hope that the life you led managed to help those that you cared about. and that when you do leave, those that loved you and that you loved, they'll hold a positive place in their memory until they're gone. But in about 200 years, no one will know you existed. None of this matters. And yet, we still strive. It's the most beautiful thing about humans. Even when everything is hopeless, they push forward. All right, we're going to listen to it one more time and then give more final opinions at the end of it. And then I'm just going to reflect on the lyrics. Try to do minimal pausing and go from there.
Lately, I think I was over time in my chest, beating slower like the clouds, the color of them fading out, fading out. The heavy heart I carried went over your head and over
I counted the days she left like a prisoner, etching markings on my skin with an old knife, scratching. You see, I wanted the physical to match the psychological, and yet no matter how hard I dug, I still could not match that pain. I longed for reasons, I sung with demons, I sat in a dark, dusty room, barely moving, breathing. I chewed through my own umbilical cord attached to her navel. I wanted to be separate. I think my mind is leaking. Solitude is so depleting.
I did it to myself. I know that you are faithful. I did it for my health. How come I'm still unstable and falling far from hell? The suicidal angel who's lost my wings and fell, falling so ungraceful, vanished into hell.
I wish that I could stop crying. They say that the body is 70% water. I feel like I must have reduced mine by a considerable fraction. Newton's third theory states that for every action there must be an equal and opposite counter-reaction. And so I retrace my steps and try to find reasons in the arms of my demons, cause I can't find healing if I can't find meaning in conundrum. Leaning on my dom-nom, feelings how the news high, beaming when I hung from ceilings when I run from demons that are living in my head and escape fate and disapparate, evaporate, evacuate and then activate fate. But it cut the brakes, now I'm driving my universe into a lake in the weight of the world, don't wait. We make mistakes when it's all a stake. For goodness sake, a double take, but I don't want to eat that cake. I ruminate inside meaning to illuminate a dark mind. I communicate without speaking, and I've seen so much I went blind. I live in a lie with the lion inside, living a lie with the lion inside of my mind. It's hungry for my sanity, my sanity. I live in a lie with the lion inside, living a lie with the lion inside of my mind. It's hungry and I don't know why. Pressure drop, deep breath, time stops, a broken, etc. ... Pressure drop, pressure drop, pressure drop. I feel it consuming, I can't stop. ... The lines join the dots and I'm tying knots. Then divide and multiply, square the root of pi, beat the puzzle. I try to keep my mind focused on the line. Hopscotch and pop rocks, I take shots of teardrops. When I drop a pill pop, I find peace and time stops.
It's dope, dude. It's dope. The artsy stuff is a little beyond my understanding. I am just an dipshit gamer guy that, like, it's cool imagery, but it's definitely It's a little more on the nose for me personally, but the words themselves and the music itself is fucking phenomenal. I mean, this could be broken down in different ways. Like, this could just be Ren dealing with, like, some of it could be wanting to move away from his parents, you know, because he knows that he was a big cost to his parents, you know, being sick, living at home, just constantly being like a drain on them, even though he wasn't, but he probably feels that way, you know. It could be running away from his feelings towards, you know, BB or whatever, his ex that left him during the height of his sickness after she helped get him the help or whatever. There could be, it could also just be dealing with said sickness and the slow degradation of your mind. You know, all these things can negatively impact you, but you could also probably strip this in different ways depending whatever perspective you listen to it with, which is why music is such a powerful force. It can do so much, and it can bypass so many different barriers. It's a really cool song, and it blended a lot of cool different styles. Ren always interjects a lot of modern styles into what he does. And he uses a lot of effects, and like, you know, like when she was singing and the slowdown on her voice to make it sound like a broken recording or something. All of these things are intentional, right? And, you know, Ren loves to produce music. Oh, he probably likes producing more music more than he likes making it, to be honest with you. He's just got a mind for that shit. That's why soon he'll be directing movies. You know what I mean? It's just the nature of Ren's mind. But it's very interesting to like see that play out, and getting to watch earlier Ren back when he was a little more, you know, probably in the throes of, you know, his depression, financial insecurity and stuff like that. I get that, bro. I got a paycheck this month from YouTube for $60, but because it was under $100 limit, they kept it until my next paycheck. And my next one, as of right now, shows that it's going to make $14. So it might take me 3 months to get a paycheck from YouTube. Oh my God, I'm so fucking poor. It's wild, dude. Jesus Christ. Anyway, what a wild time, dude. What a wild time. The new year starting off a little rough with America launching fucking wars. You know, a bunch of people just died in a Swedish fire. Just like, Jesus Christ, dude. 2026 can't be worse than 2025, right? It just can't happen. But despite all the problems in the world, and despite me being the poorest I've probably ever been in my entire life, other than when I was a child, I'm so happy, man. Though the channel has slowed down to a crawl, you know, I love what I do. I love doing what I do. And for every one of you that donate on Buy Me a Coffee or just watch the content, you guys make my life so much better. Thank you. I can't wait to get started with this year. I have so many projects, many of which that are almost done. We just started uploading a lot of the songs that I've been writing and making. I have 3 full albums, some of which that are like an hour long on here. I got another album that is about 3 hours long to upload. And then the newest album I just finished. Plus, I have a big Suno video and a big AI video, a big couple video game reviews that I've written that I'm just importing from Steam that I put in there. So there's a lot of stuff coming, man. It's going to be weird, odd, and I'm going to keep doing my Destiny stuff because those seem to be the videos that get the most views. So once a week, I'm going to do a Destiny reaction to one of his debates, and then I'll do reaction content along the lines. I'll stream 2 days a week, and we'll keep doing our live Ren releases on Sunday at 12 Central Standard Time. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I also got to get some Buy Me Coffees done. I have 3 in there that I got to get out. So that's the next thing. And I saw that Knox Hill made a video called Reaction Channels Are Dying. So I'm going to probably head over and watch that because I think he might be right. Like, some channels are still doing good. Like, you know, High Ren still gets a lot of views on new channels. But I think once you get so far into his catalog, a lot of the people kind of just tune out. But I promised I'm going to watch every Ren video, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you. Be safe. And despite the rough start to this year, hopefully we can just make this a dope fucking year. This might be a year with potential marriage for me. I'm getting my health down in so many different ways. I'm down like 50 something pounds. Like, this is going to be a good year. As the boys from Stranger Things say, this is my year. Eddie! Anyway, guys, I love you. Be safe. Party as hard as you can. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I used to wake up like the world was mine. Now it's just morning again. Used to tall like dreams could bend the sky. Now I just grow till it ends.